Unless it was... No. No. Because it didn't show us what it opened. Sometimes it shows you when you use it. Well, can't undo it. I was kind of hoping to hear the sound again to... Apparently we don't want to be switching that one back up again. Oh, unless we are supposed to go back out of here. Because the lever is very close to this spot, which goes back out into the main room. I don't think it was anything in here that got opened underwater. Definitely wasn't that. I feel like I should have been going further though and coming out of there instead of... Go back this way. Yeah, I only played it in bits and pieces at friends' houses. Like, yeah, a long time ago. Okay, I think we found out what the lever opened. Oh, please don't frighten the crap out of me. No. Oh. Hello, Mr. Scary Dude. Ah, Pog. I'm fine with that. No spoopy monster time. Bad Rochambeau. No.
No.
Oh man. I'm watching, I'm waiting for something to come running down those stairs. Come on. I don't think it's actually gotten me yet. Get up! I finally got a hit in. Okay, that's okay. That's an acceptable health loss, so that I don't have to redo it. I'm okay with infinite save crystals, like because this is the PC version has infinite saves. I think the design for where the save crystal was is like games of a bygone era where all you were doing is sort of, especially with like how clunky it is to drive, you know, if you go back to where a save crystal is and save it there, all the game is asking you to do is a series of unnecessary pathing and jumping and bad combat monster killing between checkpoints, just for the sake of you know, making you play longer before finishing it. And that sort of harkens to the coin op days where, you know, 3 lives and then you've got to pay another quarter. You know, where the whole idea of that business model, like that's how that business model made money, right? Whereas that's kind of silly to force people to do in a game that they've already bought. Unless it's a game, like some games are kind of designed to be, you know, to play that way, but I don't think that this one really does. Like, this is about solving puzzles and being able to just perform the jumps and get around the monsters, you know, once, not repeatedly every time you screw up or, you know, fall to your death, go back 20 minutes worth of progress. So this is the second one of these things we've seen. We weren't able to do anything with the first one. That looks like we can't do anything with this one either. Interesting though. Wow, that could have been really easily missed. Okay, so maybe there's a key behind each of these doors we went to? Dang it, kitty. Just... Jump, Lara. Jump, Lara, without taking... No, 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 no. Okay. She's... Yeah, the combat is... Yeah. And that's all it is. It's just a... I mean, it's... For its time, it was a fine mechanic of... You know, just be a hit point sink and... You know, make it take longer for people to get through the game. They're just going to have to, you know, combine a series of challenges between saves. And I'm sure we'll get to a point where we'll notice how differently, like, when times changed. It'll be somewhere in the series. I wouldn't be surprised if it's between, like, what's considered the old stuff and the new stuff. Was there a middle ground stuff, or is it pretty much just old and new? We didn't collect anything from this one. Unless it's in here. Dozy, but dude. Oh, you got half price sub? Oh, it's resubs as well. Nice.
With half price resub.
Awesome. Thank you so much for the support, man. Congrats on the silver P plate. 3 months, dude. Appreciate it so much. How you been? September. Candy buzz. Okay, so we didn't get anything from in here except loss of health. Suffering through WoW Classic with friends. That's the way to do it. Like, did you play vanilla WoW? Oh, unless it's up there and I just didn't see it. played towards the end of vanilla. So that's about where classic is, right? Like, I was tempted to go back to do some of the... Like, if I had been still playing WoW at this stage, I'm pretty sure I would have gone back and had a classic character. Just to go through the zones pre-Cataclysm again. But other than that, like, on a couple of the dungeons had changed. But other than that, I've just, you know... So there's nothing... This section was just a time sink, I guess. Guess that's okay. Oh, so Dire Maul's not in yet. And no Battlegrounds. Yeah, I knew it was 1.12, but I that doesn't, you know, it's kind of an arbitrary number. It doesn't mean a lot to a lot of people. It's funny, most of the people that I've talked, that I know that are playing, are going through the same stuff that we did back in vanilla. And it's funny because a lot of people are sort of hating on a lot of the add-ons. And, you know, of course. Oh, go, 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 go. But the add-ons were a, you know, pivotal part of the classic experience. Jump up on the block, Lara. Come on. Okay, there we go. I think a lot of the add-on hate comes from people that didn't actually play in vanilla. So they're looking at it as thinking that when we all played in vanilla, we played with a stock standard user interface. No, like the only way we formed groups was by talking in chat, you know, going into town and using like the group finder chat, you know, or forming guilds or friendships and stuff like that. Which we did though. We had guilds, and you have online friends and stuff, and you would use chat and you'd use trade chat as well. But what I think that's what it is that a lot of people don't realize is that, you know, everyone ran lots of add-ons. Whether you used a suite like ElvUI that did just heaps of stuff for you, or you custom picked your own, you know, auctioneer add-on and mailbox add-on and group finder add-on and quest helper add-on and waypoint add-ons and the coordinates add-ons, and like there's heaps of them, and I had over a dozen that I was using, and pretty much everyone I played with was exactly the same. How much the grind sucked? It did. It was really bad, but I honestly think that a lot of the people like that are hating on all the different add-ons, they just believe that. I can understand in their mind, they think that the classic experience was just playing the game as it is, but it wasn't. The classic experience was using add-ons to improve quality of life, and what would happen is then Blizzard would take some of those and put them in the game, you know, the way they wanted it to work with WoW, so that people didn't have to rely on add-ons. Omen Threat Meter, yeah. Deadly Boss mods, you know. All the different loot counseling add-ons. All the buffing add-ons for like raid buffs. you know? I feel that something I should have done should have opened that door, and it didn't. Yeah, DKP! We did pick up a key though, didn't we? But I don't know where to put it. Or do I? Yeah, and that's the thing is that so most people that played there use multiple add-ons. So that opened 2 doors. And I just think that's where the hate's from. But one of the things, it comes down to, why do you care how someone else is playing the game? There is a little bit which I will concede. The reason I won't concede at all is because that is how Classic was. We had, you know, all these add-ons to quality of life, right? In a world where we didn't, I would concede that I think these people have a little bit of, you know, freaking cat, man. Of a legitimate complaint, because if everyone's using the add-ons, it removes those people from the pool of people you can group up with, which does actually make it harder to do group content if everyone else is doing it. Whoa, that dude exploded. You know what I mean? Like, so if you've got 100 people and half of them are using an add-on, that makes it group forming like so much harder for everyone else that's left, and kind of forces them to say, well, you have to use the add-on, otherwise you're never going to find a party because everyone else is using an add-on. Oh, there's those things we need for the other thing, right? But I don't. It's not a legitimate gripe because that's how it was back in vanilla. Back when looking for group chat was actually used, yeah. Until people started to realize it was just better to use trade chat in a capital city. I think it's like a subtle hint of where I'm supposed to go. I mean, kind of want to go back the way that I opened up a different door. Yeah, you had to travel to the dungeons to do them, or you know, or be that guy. Can I get a summon? I don't know how to get there. I'm in town. Before Gator. And yes, I saw the candy bars. I'm just not going to get them because I never use them anyway, so what's the point? Yeah, that's fair. Everyone was that guy at least once. And that's funny thing is, like, I remember when Group Finder first... No, don't save it there, Panz. Oh, man. I just saved it at a spot I didn't want to save it at. I mean, we can salvage it, but gee... Or how far back do I have to go? Not too far. Okay, cool. Oh, good. I'm just jumping in the water. Like, there was a lot of complaints when the first Group Finder came out in Wrath, because people were like, "Oh, it's just turned the game into a lobby game," and I'm like, "Yeah, but for that guy, for those people that were always the summon me guy, like, it was already a lobby game for them, right? So all you've done is just made it equal for everyone." Lara, this one, right in front of you. Whoa, nice jump. Huh. Okay, so running jump. Oh, that was close. Oh wait, are we trying to... Okay, I think we're going that way then. Okay. Is that something that we can't even collect? It is, so I'm not going that way. Unless we need to go... No, okay, good.